This is DC Danton Crow Crusader. It's the 9th of June. I just got back yesterday from Seattle, USA, in the beautiful state of Washington. We have a little bit of food here. Not a whole lot. I think Bryant was only here once a day. No Charlie. We'll put this on the car. See what happens. These are all Charlie's favorite. We don't know. Charlie stopped coming 2 weeks. Before I left for Seattle, and he never showed up once. So he's been missing now over a month. I have to say, it's not looking good. Anyway,
Want to hold something?
Yeah, you hold this and have that on the hood, and we'll go out here.
Good luck.
The grass was cut before I left, and it's grown a little bit again. I guess everybody's wondering how my trip went. I spent most of it bedridden. Came down with on the flight. Within 24 hours after landing in Seattle, I came down with a very, very bad flu. Could be COVID. A flu that I've never experienced before. And that's why I say it could have been COVID. And I went there for my son's birthday, and 2 days after I landed, he also became very ill. And the whole time I was there, really couldn't go anywhere. We did a little bit of driving around to look at some safer areas to live, but that's all we could do. And even that was a bit of a hardship. Never been so sick in my whole life. My son has never been so sick, and that's the last time I'll ever fly through Heathrow. That's the last time for that. So it was very sad. We had birthday cake, but nobody had a piece of it. We couldn't get it down. So yeah, well, things happen, don't they? The plane was so full, so packed. Every seat taken was very hard. Well, I could tell no one was feeding in the middle of this field. We'll just put it out here. Put out the grain here. Put everything right here. Got eggs and nuts. We'll see who comes. Okay. So yeah, I don't have much to report. Because I couldn't really go anywhere or take any pictures of scenery or anything like that. We were just too sick. High temperature, extreme weakness. This flu just attacked every part of the body. It's definitely for me. Oh, that could be Seymour. And never saw anything like it. 14 days later, I'm not quite as sick as I was the first 10 days, but I'm still not a whole lot better. It was a hard flight yesterday, 14 hours, 16 hours before I got home, with a 9-hour difference in time. It was really rough, and it sent me back. So, yeah. waited. I know it's very hot here and dry, and very unique to Seattle area was the fact that every day was blue sky, unbelievable. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful temperatures, hovering about 70 degrees, 68, 70. Every day is perfect as the next. Beautiful views of Mount Rainier, the volcano. We have some birds here. They're finally going down. Look at that. We have our crows. Looks like there's Seymour there. I heard something. I'm not sure what that was. Someone making noise. Anyway, so yeah, it was a very, very hard trip. But the most important thing is that even in sickness, I got to enjoy my son. It wasn't exactly planned as we had hoped. It's the first time in my lifetime that I ever brought home any kind of sickness from traveling. First time in my life. So, very, very hard. But at least I can hear Seymour. I see Seymour. I don't know if he's coming down there, but eventually they will. And we have some pesky kids down the street. There's always something, isn't there? There's always something. And by the way, just one commentary. Everywhere I went, there were crows swooping down at me, as if somehow I was connected with them in some way. It was really bizarre. And yeah, it was really something. But the birds seemed to be so free. No one was bothering the birds. It was really something. Oh, we have a little pigeon here. Hey, little pigeon. Hey, honey. Let's put down some nuts for him. First, again, here we have these terrible kids here. Making noise. Anyway, I'm gonna go around the other side. I don't really want close-up of these kids in my video. Still no Charlie. We're gonna, I want to set out on the wire that I'd like to maybe organize a few people who live locally in the area to set up a 500 meter circle and see if we could locate Charlie's nest. Okay? See if we can locate that. Charlie doesn't show up. Weekend's coming up. So we'll see. Charlie shows up. I see and recognize some of the crows here. Of course, no Charlie. But Seymour's on the ground. And yeah, there were just birds, crows everywhere, and other birds. And no one seemed to be, you know, under stress. There was absolutely no stress anywhere. Nobody seemed to bother. Obviously in the development where my son lives, apartment complex, someone's throwing down little treats for the crows there. It's just, I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. Her little pigeons can't eat that. But they can go to the field and eat something, can't they? They got grain there. Got a whole bag of dingle grain. So they do have that. No Charlie. No, I'm afraid something happened to Charlie. But I'm reluctant to say that until of course, a month has never been gone a month, ever. Most he's ever gone was 2 weeks, and that's because we finally found out he was building a nest. So, a couple pigeons here, not many. There were a lot more pigeons when I left 2 weeks ago. And here's what you see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. 12 pigeons. That's it. Yeah. Could I have the rest of that food?
Mm-hmm.
Just not. No Charlie.
No Charlie.
No. Kind of look how many crows do we have here? I'd say about 30 crows. Also not a lot of crows. Perhaps more will show up over time. But what's important is that Charlie's not here. I want to thank one of our subscribers who